Hello guys, and welcome back to a new video. Today is kind of a cool day here with me. In a few moments I will have a team of our regional television station here with me. They will do a feature about the electrification project here of the Renault 4 CV. They will do a small interview with me, basically or mainly to understand why people are doing this, why a conversion makes sense, and if it's okay to convert an old vehicle, or we are let's say killing historical material by doing so. So it will be interesting. I hope it will be interesting for the audience as well here, for our regional audience, and I'm very proud that they come here to my location to do this shooting. You of course will be the first one to know what my answer will be. I have many reasons for doing the conversion. So first of all, where did the idea come from? I love old cars, I love the design, I love seeing them in the streets, I love driving them, but what I don't like is the thought that by driving those cars we're actually polluting and let's say harming nature, because I love nature as well. So I wanted to find a solution to be able to enjoy these cars and preserving nature at the same time, and the electric conversion for me was the best solution. And the day when Prince Harry came to his own wedding with a converted E-Type, I knew that from then on it would be allowed to convert vehicles, as the E-Type is of course much more exclusive than my simple Renault 4 CV here. I have chosen this car because this is not a very limited car. It's a mass production model, so it's not a car that you should put in a museum, but a car that you should drive. So even if I take the original engine out, there is many more around with the original engine in it. It's not very rare, this car. So this was one reason I went for this car. And maybe the philosophy behind the conversion is the most important bit. I try to do the conversion in a way that it is reversible. I don't change anything in the car. If somebody wanted to put the engine back at some point, the petrol engine, it will always be possible. And from the outside and from the inside, you won't notice any difference from this car to an original car. So I don't let's say I don't over restore it. It should be a driver's car. It's a car as you would see it on the street. It's not a museum car, and that's the difference between, let's say, a restoration to preserve originality from what I do. I want to drive this car, I want to have fun with the car, I want to have some adventures also with the children. And you might know, well, you will know that the new generation, I don't speak about Greta but in general, young people, they're much more conscious of the problems we have in the world, also from a, let's say, from a sustainability point of view and a pollution point of view. And I don't want to make those people unhappy by driving my car, by doing my hobby. So if I can do something that my hobby is still possible in the future, that was, I mean, in the end, that was the decision I made. From a sustainability point of view, if we think that the whole upgrade idea or circle economy, this car is 70 years old nearly. We don't have to talk about the production CO2 and the compensation of that, because that has been compensated big time over the years, I think. So instead of scrapping an old car, we upgrade it so we can still enjoy it and we can still drive it, which is kind of a sustainable idea from a circular economy point of view. Even the components that I'm putting inside, I use used Tesla modules from a crashed Tesla Model S. So these batteries would have been scrapped or maybe recycled, but what I do is I use them as they are. So from a CO2, from a pollution point of view, that's the most energy efficient possibility I have to reuse them. And in the end, this car will drive for about 100 kilometers with 10 kilowatt hours of 10 to 15 kilowatt hours of energy, which is equivalent to 1.5 liters of petrol. I mean, if that's not efficient. And the nicest thing is the energy that has been produced to power this car has been produced here a few hundred meters away from my house, from a hydro plant. So I even sustain local businesses and workplaces here in my community, instead of sending money to Saudi Arabia or to the sheikhs for drilling oil and harming nature even more. I don't want to say that this is very sustainable, but it's much more sustainable than petrol cars in any way. I mean, that's very clear to me. So what I want to do is I want to enjoy this car, I want to have fun with the car, I want to do something different. I want to show that circular economy is possible in some way, even in strange situations as with cars here. And I hope that I will be able to transfer this enthusiasm and this passion for cars and for mobility in general to the audience of our local television here as well. So that's it for today. I am planning another nice adventure in the next 2 weeks, so stay tuned for that. It will be very cool again, and I hope you will check back here again soon. If you want to stay tuned, please subscribe here below, and have a good time anyway. Bye bye.